Hey guys, talking with Cyclone FPV, and I'm actually doing something different today. Usually, people would be asking how to take a FrSky radio and add the TBS mod to it in order to make it compatible, so you don't get the telemetry lost, telemetry recovered, back and forth stuff, right? But in this case, I actually had a customer send his X10S FrSky Horus radio. He tried to do the mod, and actually, it turns out you really don't need the mod for this. But in either case, he tried to do the mod, didn't work, and he tried to revert it back, that didn't work. And so we're actually going to try to pull some of the chips off of an old board and fix his board if possible. So I'm going to show you what we're working on right now. So what you're going to see right here is an old X9D board right here, okay? Now, the board is damaged, but it's got some of the chips that I need, especially the one that you take off of the Q1 spot, which is the L6 chip, right? So I'm going to go ahead and try to remove that. Now, it's going to be hard for you guys to see me removing it, only because I've got to put my Mr. Magoo goggles on here because I need to really zoom in on this. But I'm going to use the heat gun to melt the solder and remove it. So we're going to see how that works, all right? Now I'll try to stay out of the way so you can get a picture of it. But here's one of the chips here, and here's one right here. Let me clean that. Yeah, that's one right there. So we're going to take these two out, right? Now I want to take them out. I want it to be a clean removal. So I'm going to take, I'm going to get my, I'm going to turn this actually so I can get a grip on it. I'm going to take the, actually, you know what? We'll take this one off first. So I'm going to heat this up, and I'll try to get it to where you can watch, but I really have to watch the angle I use here. So I'm going to take these are awesome. We sell these. These are the best tweezers because they're ceramic and they self-close, so you don't do anything. So I'm just going to heat this up real quick, and I'm going to let these clamp. And you can see I'm just going to hold it with my finger here. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to let this heat up. Now I've got it set to 300 degrees Celsius, and when it's ready to come off, it's already clamped, so I don't have to worry about that. Just going to want it to lift off, right? So I'm just going to really keep this close. All right, let me kick up the heat. It's taking a little longer than I wanted it to, so let me kick up the heat here. Okay. All right, so there's one. It was a clean pull. And I'll show you that under the microscope. Now I'm going to put that on the mat here because I need to get another one. So I'm going to go ahead while I'm at it and just start taking the rest of these. Okay. This is the other one I want to take right here. Here we go, that's another one. Put that on the mat too. There are a couple other components I'd like to get off of here, but I'm afraid that I'm pushing my luck on this right now. Let me see what else I can do that I might need to use down the road. There's another L6 here, but I'm not going to mess with that one. Here's another one right here. I'm going to take this one off. Give me a few of these, might as well save them. So I'm just going to clamp it again. You see, as soon as you clamp it, it doesn't take much. Once you have this clamp on here, it's just going to, you just hold the clamp and this thing will lift off when it's ready. You'll see, watch. There's absolutely no force I'm putting. There we go. There's another one. Okay, and I don't know what this is here, but a lot of these are going to be super hot now, so they'll be ready to come off if you need them to. Looking to see if there's anything else on here that I want. There's another L6. I'll take this one too. So watch. Just watch how this will work. Okay, I'm just going to keep this at an angle here, as close as I can to the chip. There we go. There's another one right there. See if there's anything else I want to take. You know what? I'm just going to take these as well while I'm at it. There you go. I don't think I need any caps, but you know what? Never hurts anybody to take them. Make sure I don't hit the chips that I've just taken off. Let's go ahead and take some caps off while we're at it. Save those. I'll take these off while we're at it too. Up in the mood. But if I don't make myself stop, I'll just clear this whole board. So just a second. That's actually an L6, so I'll take that anyway because I want to save those for anybody else that feels like they need one. Okay, put that over there. This is not an L6. This is a chip that matches one of these that I took off over here. And oh heck, let's see, what do we got here? Where's this one? I'll take that one. Okay. If you just want to see what it's like to clear the processor, nah, that's a little too much work. Let's try. We'll take here. Let's do this. There we go. See how clean that comes off? Everything's clean. All right, a couple more and we'll be done. I think I will borrow one if I can get it. Now this is where it gets really tricky. Is I would like to have, I believe, one of these chips for the customer's board. I think that he damaged. So we're going to take one tiny one, right there. Okay. So now look, this is seriously hot. The board is smoking hot. I'm just going to take it and move it out of the way. And I'm going to go get me a container. So I have one here. I have some chips in it anyway. I don't know what the chips are. I didn't label it. That's the problem. That's all my fault. But just go ahead and let's get you to the screen here, and you can see some of what we've removed, okay? And we'll be very careful with it, right? So if you can see, get this out of the way. Hold on, I need to fix my microscope here, so 1 second. All right. So here's what we're looking at. As you can see here, right? There's one of the chips that we took, okay? And this is one of the L6s that we needed. I guess I need to clean that off so you can read it, but I'll grab another one for you. Maybe, hold on a second, hold on. Yeah, you see that right there? Yep, that's what we need to fix the board. Okay, so that's what we have on this side. I'm gonna go ahead and put all those in here. So let me show you what I'm gonna do real quick. I'm gonna take these and replace them in this bin, and I'm gonna label that L6 because that is important for me to be able to find down the road. Now, all these on this side, well, that's kind of a hodgepodge. So I'm just gonna go ahead and dump them right now in an opening here, only so that I can come back later and mark them and label them. So I will mark and label in case we need more down the road. I'm gonna be very careful with these not to damage them, so always grab them from the outside like that. Okay, that's why I love these tweezers, because they're self-closing. So all you gotta do is open them and they'll close and grab everything you need, so you don't have to worry about that. Okay. All right, a couple more here. We should be good. Oh, shoot, gotta be careful. I don't know why my phone's going off right now. Who is it that needs my help? That's kind of... Okay, now let's look at, let's look at the Horus radio, okay? And I'm going to put these pieces on here because I do not want to damage this. So let me go ahead and do this. And on this particular one, oh my God, I'm gonna get the tape off. Okay, here's what we got. Let's take this off. So we have to reverse what we've done here, right? So the first thing we're gonna do is take the mods off. So we have the mod on, okay? And most of this isn't gonna be an issue until we get to the actual location here, right there, all right? Because that's where the L6 was removed. So for the yellow cable, we're gonna remove it, boom, that's gone. We're gonna take off the red here, boom, the black, and the green. Let's take the green real quickly if we can. Boom, and then the black, okay. So everything has been, on this particular radio, has been reversed, except for this spot right here, where the L6 was removed. And so let me kind of show you what we're looking at. I don't know if that's going to help you, but let me see if I can get this, give you an idea of what we're looking at here, right? Because all you can do is see the before and after. You're not going to be able to watch me put it back on because the microscope, it's going to be too hard to, I think it's going to be too hard to try to do it while the microscope's on there. Let me show you what we're looking at. Let's focus back. Okay. Let's find our processor first. Here we go. Let's go. And what we're going to do is we're going to look at the to the right of the processor. Here. Oh, this is upside down. Wonderful. So to do this, should be right around here. Q, right there. Okay, now watch the mouse. I'll get the mouse to kind of point it out for you. So what we're going to do is, I realize it's not on the screen, so there you go. What we're going to do is we are going to resolder to here. Okay, we have to take this. So let me take a picture. Okay, and we're talking about this area right here. Okay, so let me bring the microscope around. And if I can get it to stay, it would be cool to be able to show you guys. So I'll try. All right, just let me, because it's kind of a pain to solder with the microscope on. Let me see if there's a way that I can do it, okay? So bear with me a second. First, let's get everything lined back up. And we're talking about this area right there, right in the center of our screen, right? So let me see if I get the light on a little bit brighter. Okay. And let's see if I can bring it down a little bit so you can see. There you go. That's what we're looking at right there. So we've got to get one of those chips that we just took out, put back. This is not going to be fun. Not too bad, but it's just not fun. All right, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to grab the chip that we need. There it is. You can see it right there. I know it's not in focus, but I'm holding it, okay? And now I've got to lay this chip down properly on the board and line it up. Okay, and continue to hold it. Now I'm going to try to do this to where you guys can watch. I've got to put it on the camera properly. So let's see, that should work. Whoops, that's not going to work though. Let me put this here. I've got to keep this from tipping forward. So there it is right there. Let's see if we can get some light, some focus. All right, that's what we're soldering. Let me get my Mr. Magoo goggles back. Okay. All right, here goes nothing. So I'm going to get try to keep this on for you guys to be able to see. You get the ceramic here. What we're going to do is we're going to lay it just like that, right? That's our goal. Get it right there, and it should solder back properly, okay? We hope. Soldering iron. Okay, I'm going to crank up the heat on the soldering iron because I'm really using just the tip of the soldering iron. So let me also get some flux paste put on here, or some flux put on here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to dab, like, I don't know if it's even going to be considered any of an amount, but I'm just going to try, put just a little bit of my solder right there. Okay, and right there, just enough there. Okay, now let's bring back. That's why these tweezers are so awesome, man, because it's just holding onto that chip while I put it down for a minute. All right, let's bring it back. Solder's getting in my way, so there we go. I'm gonna lay this chip down and try to get a better grip on it. Okay, we got two sides soldered down. Now I'm going to turn this. Let's try to keep you guys so you can see it. Got to turn it a little bit. Oh, and I think I lost a spot here, so let me just see. Okay, we're right there. All right, so you can see that now. All I'm going to do is hold one end down and reach it with my right here. Right. And there we go. It looks like we're back. It doesn't look like anything shorted or grounded or bridged. I'll get a closer look here in just a second. There. And the reason it's so hard to get on the microscope is because the microscope is turned backwards or sideways. So it's like when I go forward, it goes backwards, or it goes one way or the other. All right, so it looks like we're on. Everything looks good. We've got our connection. So now let's power it up and see if this Horus is working. All right. So here we go. All right, let me get my regular glasses on. Find my batteries. And let's make sure that everything is good.
Welcome to OpenTX. Throttle warning. Switch warning.
Okay, so far so good. Now we need to get our TBS. I've got a Crossfire Nano sitting right here. Okay, and I've got the TBS module sitting right here. I hate trying to put this thing in when I don't have the back on. It's like lining these pins up is the biggest challenge. There we go. And there we go. We got our antenna back. Everything's working perfect again. And here's the kicker. With the X10S Express updates, you don't need to do the mod. So that was a huge, like it's something that doesn't need to be done. But look, we're back to normal now, guys. Everything is working again like it's supposed to. Thank God for that. This radio is perfect. Thankfully.
Receiver still connected.
Yeah. Okay.
Receiver still connected.
Look.
Receiver still connected.
The problem is I was doing this. This is where I feel like somewhat of an idiot here, because I was doing this video, the installation of it, for a customer of mine. His radio sitting right next to me. And halfway through the installation, I'm like, wait a minute. I remember there being discussion that it may not even be necessary. So I did this entire thing only to find out, oh yeah, that's right. It's not necessary anymore. So this is my radio. I'm about to get on his. Problem with his is there was 2 spots of damage that I'm hoping we can fix. And I have the original video of his where I took it apart and opened it to try to fix it. And then I stopped. Oh, this is his, by the way. I stopped because I was like, whoa, I'm going to pull my radio out. Mine's brand new, right? And I said, I'll sacrifice mine. I got to see, because just got to know. And then now I'm like, okay, well, I've got to fix his. And I also needed to see the layout of the chips, because I knew it looked like one had been burned off. And I wasn't sure what that was going to do to the board or not, but my God, can I just put this back in here? Sorry guys, I'm literally having the hardest time with the easiest thing. Let me just get this back in. Come on, you stupid. I don't think it's... Next time I'm going to unplug it. Forget it. Here, let me just make it easier on myself. Lift. I said it was easier, but it doesn't look like it's going to be easier on myself to do it this way. There's no way. Oh, you know what? Yeah, okay. Let's do it this way. Okay. Now, screwdriver, that's a piece of crap. Oh, I hate when I don't have the right tools. Hold on. Okay, So let's go ahead and put mine back. And I'm going to turn back the soldering iron. It's still super hot. Forgot to turn that off. All right, let's go do that. And if I know my screws, I screw them all over the place here when I'm doing this. Okay. Now, this is not my battery pack, that's his. I was just using it. Mine is somewhere in the vicinity here, which I would like to find sooner than later. Here it is. See, still have the plastic covering. This thing is, I'm telling you, it's brand new. I never used it. I only used it to turn it on. That's it. I mean, nothing extensive by any means. Used it to help the customers maybe if they have questions like this, but I never use it to fly. It's just a little too big for, kind of big and bulky, but oh well. All right. Now, on the customers, there's some damage to the board, and I'm hoping that we'll be able to fix that because it's kind of disturbing. I think that his issue is going to be more firmware related than anything. But he, you know, the soldering was a little off. I have the video of it. I had to fix some of his soldering, but still, he got the same issues. And again, at the end of the day, my hope is that we can fix it by replacing some of those damaged components on the board, but we'll see. Now, when I'm done with mine, I'm gonna go ahead, put my, where's my cover? I had a cover, I don't know where it is. I'll put this in here for now. I'll still need that in just a minute, but I'll put that in here for now.